Rebecn Haya Mушка Шнеерсон, the Rebe's wife of 60 years, passed away in the winter of 1988.
I'm very, very sorry for your tragedy. Please accept my condolences, my sincere condolences. I hear she was a wonderful, wonderful woman, your wife.
In my opinion, it's underestimated.
When you speak about the sacrifice of the Rebecn, you're dealing with a person who was childless. We'd probably expect that this would compensate for the fact that she didn't have children. She at least had the company of her husband. Yet we see that she really surrendered that exclusivity to the world. She understood why the world needs the Lubavitcher Rebbe.
The Rebbe spent nights with yechidus with people. So when I mentioned to the Rebecn that the hours and the physical kaiches that you need for this is tremendous. So the Rebecn, she kind of had a wistful smile, and she said, "This is what Chassidim need now, and that's what the Rebbe has to give."
When the Rebbe just started Tzivos Hashem, we had children who had signed up and were involved. And she said to me, I know how it's working here in America, but how have the children reacted in London? And of course, I was able to tell her the great excitement and how keen the kids were to grow up in rank and what was happening. And her eyes just shone, and this huge smile came on her face. And she said, it was almost shyly, she said, "My husband had a good idea, didn't he?" And it was just wonderful to hear how much she shared the Rebbe's life. But in doing so, she paid a huge price because she really was on her own. And it was something she did with a full heart.
In Toshin Lamed Ches, after the Rebbe's heart attack, I was in the Merkaz office just standing there holding my head. I didn't know what was Tutman. Around 5:30, I heard some voices from the Rebbe's antechamber where they were watching the EKG, and they said that the fibrillation was dangerous. As I was standing there, the Rebecn was walking down from the second floor, unaware of the crisis, this new crisis. And she asks them, "What's going on?" So they told her that it's very serious and it's not getting any better. And he really has to go to a hospital. So we're planning to sedate him and take him by ambulance to Mount Sinai Hospital in Manhattan. And she says, "And what does my husband say?" And they said he doesn't want to go. So she said, very cool, calm, and collected. It was amazing, amazing. She says, in all the years that I know my husband, never once for an instant was he not in total control of himself. I can't allow you to do that. Now imagine the courage. She says, Rabbi Krinsky, she said it in Yiddish, "You know, so many people can't find a doctor for my husband." And as soon as she said that, I had like a thought, an idea, that I know there's a doctor in Chicago. In fact, I saw something on the Rebbe's desk about 6 months before. He wrote a book on cardiology and sent it to the Rebbe apparently, and I called Dr. Weiss. I told him what's going on. He says, "Rabbi Krinsky, if he doesn't want to go to the hospital, if he is forced to go, it'll be worse than going." He says, "I'll get on the first plane, I can get out of Chicago, get to New York." That changed the whole atmosphere. But the Rebecn was the heroine, without any question.
With regard to the Sfarim case, there were very valuable Sfarim and manuscripts. There were volumes missing. The defendant said he has a right to it, that it's all family possession. And I still remember the most dramatic moment in the depositions, and maybe the most dramatic moment in the whole proceeding, when they made the mistake of asking the Rebecn about, didn't your father own things? What did he have personally? What was his personal possessions?
Die Niteris hat sich geentfert und hat gesagt zu der Gangen, es hat gefehlt auf Israel. Als der Tate hier, der Rebe, gehört zusammen mit seinen Schonen und Holen Jungen, gehört zu Chsidim und kein Jokum und als ist geworden Echel. In der Linie, was die Nietiden haben gerechnet, hat das gehört zu Selbstagdien.
Rebecn passed away on Chaf Bei Shvat. I think what a lot of people do not know is that actually on Chaf Shvat, Chaf, the 20th day, Monday, she had a medical issue that her doctor wanted her to go to the hospital for a test. And she was very emphatic that she's not going to the hospital and she's not going today. And you cannot tell my husband anything today because tonight is going to be a yechidus for the guest that came for Yud Shvat. And if he knows that I'm not well, he'll cancel the yechidus, and what a disappointment it would be for them. Tuesday night, she passed away.
There are a number of feelings in this emotional crowd here today. First of all, they mark the passing of an extraordinary woman, someone who was virtually royalty in the Lubavitcher movement. There is also the enormous feeling and respect for her husband. As one of the leaders said, his sorrow is our sorrow.
Her first name was Hale, that means life. That is the name that has been inscribed on her Matzere. That means that this is perpetual, even after life in this earth, till Krias Amazing. I hope it will be very soon.